Many people over 60 focus on their physical health, watching their diet, taking medications, and going for regular checkups. But what if the real killer isn't just what's happening inside your body, but what's happening inside your mind and emotions? Broken heart neglecting emotional health is one of the most devastating yet overlooked reasons why many elderly people don't make it past 75. Stress, resentment, isolation, and unresolved emotional wounds aren't just painful. They weaken your immune system, deteriorate your heart, and set the stage for chronic illness. But that's just one of the silent killers we'll uncover in this video. If you want to protect your health, stay independent, and live a long, fulfilling life, you must watch this video until the end. Because here's the truth. Heavy checkmark, a sedentary lifestyle is stealing years off your life, right now. If you're not moving, you're dying faster than you realize. We'll reveal the hidden dangers of inactivity and how a simple 10-minute change can make all the difference. Heavy checkmark, poor nutrition is robbing your body of vitality. It's not just about eating less sugar or salt. There are specific foods that are either extending your life or slowly poisoning you. Most people don't realize the damage until it's too late. Heavy checkmark, the loss of purpose is more dangerous than any disease. The moment you stop feeling needed, your body starts shutting down. But the good news? You can reignite your sense of purpose at any age. Heavy checkmark, your sleep quality is making or breaking your longevity. Many people don't understand why they wake up exhausted, feel sluggish all day, and can't recover like they used to. We'll reveal the one thing that's sabotaging your sleep and how to fix it. Heavy checkmark, and finally, there's one surprising habit that drains energy and vitality faster than you think. Many people indulge in it daily without realizing its long-term effects. Could this be the missing piece to your declining energy levels? By the end of this video, you will have the knowledge to reverse these hidden killers, reclaim your vitality, and extend your lifespan. Light bulb, so if you care about living longer and feeling better, stay with me, because the information I'm about to share could save your life. Let's get started. Rock it! If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. 1. Neglecting emotional health, the silent killer of longevity. One of the most devastating yet overlooked reasons why many elderly people struggle to live past 75 is the silent destruction caused by neglecting their emotional health. While society often fixates on physical ailments, heart disease, diabetes, and weakened immunity, few acknowledge the deadly power of emotions left untended. Resentment, bitterness, grief, and prolonged isolation do not just burden the soul, they poison the body, chipping away at vitality with an almost surgical precision. Science has repeatedly shown that harboring negative emotions weakens the immune system, leaving the body vulnerable to infections, chronic illnesses, and even life-threatening conditions. Stress hormones, released in a constant state of anger or despair, can erode the cardiovascular system, disrupt sleep, and contribute to neurodegenerative diseases. It's like carrying an invisible toxin that slowly, methodically drains life force, suffocating any possibility of longevity and joy. As the years pass, many older adults unknowingly step into a dangerous emotional trap. They stop nurturing their relationships, withdraw from social interactions, and convince themselves that loneliness is simply a part of aging. They stop calling old friends, push away family members, and resign themselves to a life of quiet solitude. But what they don't realize is that this isolation is not just a state of mind, it's a fatal condition. Studies have found that chronic loneliness can be as damaging to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, drastically increasing the risk of early death. When an elderly person feels disconnected from the world, a tragic shift takes place. Their motivation to live weakens. The body follows the mind's lead, appetite decreases, energy plummets, and once vibrant individuals begin to fade away, both mentally and physically. Depression creeps in, silent but relentless, setting the stage for illness to take hold. At this stage, health declines at an alarming rate, and many never recover. But there is hope. Emotional healing is not only possible, it is vital for survival. Choosing to reconnect with others, to forgive long-held grudges, and to embrace the beauty of human connection can breathe life back into an aging heart. A simple heartfelt conversation, a sincere hug, or a burst of laughter with an old friend can flood the body with endorphins, strengthen the immune system, and reignite the will to live. These moments, seemingly small, carry immeasurable healing power. Emotional health is not an indulgence, it is the foundation of true longevity. The most critical realization is that caring for the heart and soul is just as important as caring for the body. To live longer, to live better, one must first look within and release the emotional burdens that no longer serve them. Free yourself from resentment. Seek connection. Embrace joy. Only then can the golden years truly be filled with light, meaning, and the possibility of a life well lived. 2. A sedentary lifestyle, the silent thief of vitality and longevity. Few things sabotage longevity as insidiously as a sedentary lifestyle, a slow but relentless thief that drains vitality year after year. It is an invisible enemy, creeping into daily routines under the guise of comfort and ease, robbing the body of its strength and resilience. The truth is, the human body is not designed for prolonged stillness. It is meant to move, stretch, and endure. Yet, as the years pass, many fall into the dangerous trap of inactivity, believing that aging is synonymous with slowing down. This is a devastating misconception, one that has cut lives short and left many trapped in bodies that can no longer support them. But the damage of a sedentary life goes far beyond just stiff joints and weakened muscles. Physical inactivity is a major catalyst for some of the most life-threatening conditions known to medical science: hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, and even cognitive decline. The longer the body remains stagnant, the more it deteriorates, creating a vicious cycle where movement becomes increasingly difficult, leading to even more inactivity. This downward spiral does not just steal years, it erodes quality of life, stripping away independence, confidence, and the ability to engage in simple pleasures. The hidden consequences of physical inactivity. Many older adults underestimate just how destructive a sedentary lifestyle can be. It is not just about feeling a little weaker or moving a little slower. It is about how inactivity gradually dismantles the body's natural defenses. When muscles weaken, mobility becomes restricted. When the heart is not regularly exercised, its efficiency declines, making even basic activities, climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, or walking to the mailbox, feel exhausting. This loss of functional strength leads to greater reliance on others, chipping away at independence and self-esteem. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Worse still, inactivity takes a toll on mental health. Without movement, the brain receives less oxygen-rich blood, leading to sluggishness, brain fog, and memory problems. Over time, this lack of stimulation can accelerate cognitive decline, increasing the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. The brain, much like the body, thrives on activity. When we move, we don't just strengthen our muscles, we sharpen our minds. The emotional toll of a sedentary life is equally severe. Physical inactivity often leads to feelings of helplessness, frustration, and even depression. Many older adults who stop engaging in movement report feelings of isolation, as they withdraw from activities and social circles due to declining mobility. The loneliness that follows is not just emotionally painful, it is physically damaging. Studies have shown that prolonged loneliness and inactivity together can significantly shorten lifespan, making them as dangerous as smoking or chronic illness. The myth of being too old to exercise. One of the most dangerous beliefs among older adults is the notion that they are too old to exercise. This misconception has caused untold suffering, allowing countless individuals to surrender to frailty long before their time. The reality is that movement, no matter how gentle, is the key to longevity. Even the simplest forms of exercise, such as a daily walk around the neighborhood or light stretching before bed, can reignite the body's natural vitality. The idea that aging means inevitable physical decline is outdated and incorrect. Science has proven time and time again that people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s can rebuild strength, improve flexibility, and regain energy simply by making movement a priority. The body is remarkably adaptable. It responds to the effort we put in. Strength training, even with light weights or resistance bands, can significantly improve bone density, reducing the risk of fractures. Yoga or stretching can enhance flexibility, helping prevent painful stiffness and injuries. Brisk walking can keep the heart strong, reducing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. The healing power of movement. Exercise is not just about maintaining physical strength. It is a lifeline for mental and emotional well-being. Movement increases circulation, delivering oxygen-rich blood to the brain and sharpening cognitive function. It stimulates the release of endorphins, the body's natural antidepressants, that flood the system with feelings of joy, calm, and renewed energy. Those who remain active in their later years often experience a greater sense of purpose, a heightened ability to face life's challenges, and a deep appreciation for the beauty of movement itself. More than that, staying active protects against one of the greatest threats to the elderly: falls. A strong body, conditioned through movement, can prevent debilitating injuries that often lead to long hospital stays, loss of independence, and even premature death. Regular exercise strengthens bones, improves balance, and builds the kind of resilience that allows a person to stand tall, both physically and mentally, in the face of aging. It's never too late to start moving. Many people believe that if they have spent years being inactive, there is no point in starting now. But nothing could be further from the truth. The body has an incredible ability to heal and adapt at any age. Studies have shown that even individuals in their 90s who begin light strength training see noticeable improvements in balance, strength, and mobility. The secret is consistency. Small, daily efforts lead to transformative results over time. And movement does not have to be extreme to be effective. Walking in the morning sun, gardening, dancing to a favorite song, or even doing household chores can keep the body engaged. The key is to break the habit of prolonged sitting and integrate movement into daily life. Something as simple as standing up every 30 minutes, stretching, or taking a few deep breaths while moving the arms can counteract the damaging effects of prolonged stillness. The choice to live fully. It does not matter how many birthdays have passed. There is always time to reclaim strength, flexibility, and vitality. Movement is not simply a tool for living longer. It is an invitation to live better. It is the difference between merely existing and truly thriving, between watching life from the sidelines and actively participating in every precious moment. To move is to embrace the gift of life itself. It is the key to waking up each morning with energy, to feeling capable and confident in one's own body, and to maintaining the ability to do the things that bring joy, playing with grandchildren, traveling, walking in nature, or simply feeling strong enough to carry out daily tasks without struggle. The decision to stay active is not just about adding years to life. It is about adding life to years. It is about reclaiming independence, nurturing happiness, and preserving the ability to experience life fully. To move is to live, and it is never too late to choose movement over stagnation. 3. Poor nutrition, the slow poison that shortens life. A third and perhaps one of the most underestimated reasons why many elderly individuals do not live past 75 is poor nutrition. A silent, creeping threat that often goes unnoticed until its consequences become irreversible. The damage caused by years of unhealthy eating habits doesn't always appear immediately, making it easy to overlook. However, the body never forgets. Every meal, every bite, either fuels life or accelerates decline. In youth, it is easy to take health for granted, believing that the body can handle anything. Fast food, sugary snacks, processed meals. Many consume these without a second thought, assuming their bodies are resilient enough to manage the damage. But as time passes, the reckless choices of the past begin to take their toll. By the time one reaches old age, the cumulative effects of decades of poor nutrition can manifest in devastating ways. Heart disease, diabetes, kidney failure, cognitive decline, brittle bones, and an overall loss of vitality. The hidden dangers of poor nutrition. Diets high in refined sugars, saturated fats, and ultra-processed foods create a toxic environment within the body, overloading vital organs and weakening the immune system. The liver struggles to filter out harmful substances, the heart is burdened by excessive cholesterol and inflammation, and the digestive system, once efficient, slows down under the strain of nutrient-poor foods. Over time, poor food choices don't just lead to weight gain or minor discomfort. They become the foundation for chronic illnesses that rob people of their strength, independence, and ultimately, their lives. Perhaps one of the most tragic aspects of poor nutrition is that its impact extends far beyond physical health. The brain, just like any other organ, requires proper nourishment to function optimally. Malnutrition doesn't just lead to physical frailty, it contributes to memory loss, confusion, mood swings, and even depression. A poor diet can starve the brain of the essential nutrients it needs to stay sharp and engaged with life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. For many elderly individuals, appetite naturally decreases with age, making it even easier to neglect proper nutrition. But this decline in hunger should never be mistaken as a reason to eat less. It is a call to eat smarter. When the body is already struggling with aging-related changes, every single meal becomes even more critical. Skipping meals, consuming empty calories, or avoiding nutrient-dense foods only accelerates the aging process, making recovery from illness slower, energy levels lower, and the ability to enjoy life significantly diminished. Nutrient deficiency, a slow destruction of the body. A deficiency in essential nutrients, such as vitamins, minerals, and proteins, gradually weakens bones, muscles, and even mental resilience. Low calcium and vitamin D levels lead to osteoporosis, increasing the risk of fractures that can be life-threatening for the elderly. A lack of protein results in muscle deterioration, making mobility difficult and increasing the likelihood of falls and injuries. Insufficient iron leads to anemia, causing persistent fatigue, weakness, and a sense of fragility that saps the will to engage in daily activities. And then there is the gut. The gut microbiome, the community of bacteria in the digestive system, plays a crucial role in immune function, mental health, and inflammation control. A diet lacking in fiber and probiotics can disrupt this delicate balance, leading to digestive issues, weakened immunity, and even heightened risks of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. But the good news is that it is never too late to turn things around. The body is remarkably forgiving. When given the right fuel, it can repair, rebuild, and regain strength even in old age. The healing power of a proper diet. Adopting a healthy diet is not just about adding years to life. It's about adding life to years. A diet rich in whole, natural foods can transform aging from a struggle into a celebration of vitality. Incorporating nutrient-dense foods such as leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and lean proteins can help restore energy levels, improve cognitive function, and strengthen the immune system. Healthy fats, found in sources like avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish, provide essential nutrients that protect the heart and brain. Antioxidant-rich foods combat inflammation, one of the leading causes of aging-related diseases. Fiber from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains promotes gut health, improving digestion and keeping metabolism functioning efficiently. Hydration, often overlooked, plays a crucial role in preventing kidney issues, maintaining skin elasticity, and ensuring the body operates at its best. Simple changes, such as reducing salt and sugar intake, cutting back on processed foods, and choosing home-cooked meals over fast food, can bring both immediate and long-term benefits. Cooking at home allows for control over ingredients, ensuring meals are nourishing rather than harmful. Making mealtimes an enjoyable ritual, eating with family, preparing food with care, and savoring every bite, can also create a positive relationship with food that extends beyond mere sustenance. Eating well, a lifelong investment in longevity. Eating well is not just a matter of physical health, it is an act of self-respect. It is a way of honoring the body, ensuring that it remains a strong and faithful ally through every stage of life. What we consume directly shapes our future. Every meal is an opportunity to either nourish the body or slowly break it down. For those who wish to live not just longer but better, the path begins on the plate. The power to transform one's later years lies not in expensive medications or complicated treatments, but in the simple, conscious act of choosing nourishing, life-giving foods. At any age, but especially in the golden years, nutrition is not just a choice, it is survival. The foundation of longevity is built not in hospitals, but in kitchens. And for those willing to embrace the wisdom of mindful eating, the rewards are immeasurable. Strength, clarity, energy, and the ability to savor life's moments with the vigor and joy they deserve. 4. Lack of purpose, the silent killer that steals years and joy. One of the most profound yet frequently overlooked reasons why many elderly people struggle to live past 75 is not a physical ailment, nor an external force. It is the loss of purpose. When life no longer feels meaningful, when there is nothing to look forward to, no reason to wake up in the morning with anticipation, the body and mind begin to deteriorate at an alarming rate. Purpose is not just a luxury, it is the fuel that keeps the soul alive. Without it, time stretches endlessly, loneliness deepens, and the will to keep going slowly fades. For many, retirement, a moment once anticipated as a time of rest and freedom, can become an unexpected emotional trap. The structured days filled with work, social interactions, and responsibilities suddenly disappear, leaving behind an unsettling void. No more deadlines to meet, no more goals to strive for, no more sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. The absence of meaningful activities can lead to a deep emotional emptiness, often accompanied by feelings of uselessness, insignificance, and isolation. The devastating effects of losing purpose. When a person feels they no longer serve a purpose in life, the effects ripple through both the mind and body. Numerous studies have shown that individuals who lack a strong sense of purpose are at a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, depression, and even premature death. The heart weakens, the immune system falters, and the body, sensing the absence of motivation, begins to slow down. The psychological impact of a purposeless existence is just as destructive. Without something to anchor the mind, the days blend into one another, making time feel stagnant and meaningless. Anxiety and sadness creep in, often disguised as restlessness or irritability. Sleep patterns become disrupted, energy levels plummet, and even small tasks begin to feel exhausting. The decline is gradual at first, but over time, it accelerates, leading to deeper despair and an overall lack of vitality. One of the greatest contributors to this emotional decline is the shrinking of social circles. Friends move away, colleagues drift apart, and children grow busy with their own lives. The once vibrant network of human connections fades, leaving many elderly individuals feeling invisible and forgotten. And with fewer people to share experiences with, the sense of isolation deepens, feeding into the dangerous cycle of loneliness and declining health. Breaking free, rediscovering purpose at any age. The good news is that purpose is not something that disappears with age. It simply takes on new forms. The key to breaking this dangerous cycle is recognizing that life still holds meaning, no matter the stage. The beauty of purpose is that it is not tied to youth, career success, or external achievements. It is something that can be found and cultivated at any time, in ways both big and small. For some, purpose can be rediscovered through giving back to the community, volunteering at a local charity, mentoring younger generations, or simply offering wisdom and kindness to those in need. There is a deep and irreplaceable sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you are making a difference, no matter how small the act. Even spending time with grandchildren, sharing stories, or passing down traditions can reignite a sense of value and belonging. Others may find new purpose in reconnecting with old passions and hobbies, painting, gardening, playing an instrument, writing, or engaging in activities that once brought joy but were set aside due to life's responsibilities. Creativity and learning are powerful forces that keep the brain sharp and the heart engaged. Even something as simple as joining a book club, learning a new language, or taking up photography can breathe fresh energy into life. For those who feel lost, the journey toward rediscovering purpose can start with small, intentional changes. Something as simple as waking up with a goal, whether it's tending to a garden, cooking a nourishing meal, or taking a daily walk, can shift the mindset from passive existence to active engagement. Seeking out community groups, participating in local events, or even fostering a pet can create a sense of responsibility and emotional fulfillment. The science of purpose and longevity. The connection between purpose and longevity is not just a poetic notion, it is a scientifically proven fact. Studies on aging populations have revealed that individuals with a strong sense of purpose tend to live longer, healthier lives. In regions known as blue zones, areas of the world where people consistently live past 100, one common factor is the presence of a deep-rooted sense of purpose. The Japanese even have a term for this, ikigai, which translates to reason for being. Having a reason to get up in the morning does more than just lift spirits. It actively reduces stress, strengthens the heart, and improves overall well-being. It stimulates the brain, keeping cognitive decline at bay, and even enhances the body's ability to fight illness. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Purposeful living fosters resilience, helping people navigate life's inevitable hardships with grace and strength. A heart with purpose beats longer. The difference between those who fade away in their later years and those who continue to thrive is not just genetics or luck, it is mindset. The elderly individuals who radiate joy, who remain mentally sharp, who walk with energy and confidence, they all have one thing in common: they still feel needed. They still believe their lives hold value. They still wake up with a reason to embrace each day. The true secret to longevity is not found in medication, expensive treatments, or even strict diets. It is found in the fire of the human spirit. It is in the excitement of learning something new, in the warmth of human connection, in the simple yet powerful belief that life still has more to offer. For those who feel lost, the path forward is clear. Seek, engage, create, connect. Find meaning in small moments. Give love, and allow yourself to receive it. Find joy in what remains, rather than mourning what has passed. Because at the end of the day, a heart with purpose beats longer, stronger, and with more passion than one that has surrendered to emptiness. The choice to live fully is always available, at any age. 5. Poor sleep quality, the silent destroyer of health and longevity. Among the most underestimated factors contributing to early decline in older adults is poor sleep quality, a silent yet destructive force that erodes physical and mental well-being over time. Many believe that fragmented sleep, frequent awakenings, or a decrease in sleep duration is just an inevitable part of aging. However, this misconception is both dangerous and deadly. Sleep is not merely a passive state, it is the foundation upon which the body repairs, the brain regenerates, and the immune system strengthens. As people age, their sleep patterns often change due to shifts in hormonal balance, stress, and lifestyle habits, but these changes should never be accepted as normal. Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to a range of devastating consequences, including memory loss, weakened immunity, weight gain, mood disorders, and an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Aging does not mean people require less sleep, it means they require better sleep. When sleep is compromised, the body's ability to heal, restore, and function efficiently is significantly reduced. Cellular regeneration slows down, inflammation rises, and mental clarity begins to wane. Studies show that long-term sleep deprivation can accelerate aging at a cellular level, making the body more vulnerable to diseases such as dementia and Alzheimer's. One of the lesser-known dangers of poor sleep is its impact on appetite and metabolism. Lack of sleep disrupts hormone production, leading to increased hunger, cravings for unhealthy foods, and difficulty maintaining a healthy weight. Over time, this contributes to diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular problems. all of which significantly reduce life expectancy. The key to restoring sleep and longevity. Fortunately, sleep quality can be improved, even in later years. Establishing a consistent sleep routine, avoiding stimulants such as caffeine and alcohol before bedtime, and creating a calm sleep environment can dramatically enhance rest. Engaging in relaxation techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or light stretching before bed can signal the body that it is time to wind down. Dimming lights, reducing screen time, and ensuring the bedroom is cool and comfortable can help regulate melatonin production, making it easier to fall into deep, restorative sleep. Above all, recognizing that sleep is not a passive state, but a powerful healing tool is crucial for those seeking a longer, healthier life. A well-rested body is a strong body, and a well-rested mind is a sharp mind, both essential for aging with vitality and grace. 6. Mental inactivity, the fast track to cognitive decline. Another major factor that drastically shortens lifespan in older adults is mental inactivity, the slow but devastating neglect of the mind. Many people assume that old age is a time to take it easy, to withdraw from intellectual effort, and to rest from the lifelong challenges of learning. But nothing could be more dangerous. The brain, much like a muscle, atrophies when it is not used. Just as the body weakens from lack of movement, the mind deteriorates from lack of stimulation. Failing to engage in cognitive activities leads to memory decline, reduced problem-solving skills, and an increased risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and dementia. Many elderly individuals, without realizing it, fall into monotonous routines, watching excessive television, avoiding mental challenges, or isolating themselves from conversations that require deep thought. This passivity weakens neural connections, making it harder for the brain to process new information, recall past events, or engage in critical thinking. Beyond memory loss, mental inactivity has emotional consequences as well. Depression, anxiety, and even apathy often stem from a lack of mental engagement. When the brain is not challenged, life begins to feel dull, repetitive, and uninspiring. And as the mind loses its sharpness, confidence dwindles, making social interactions and new experiences feel intimidating. Reigniting the mind for a longer life. The good news is that the brain is capable of regeneration at any age, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Keeping the mind active through learning, creativity, and curiosity can reverse cognitive decline and enhance mental clarity. Activities such as reading, solving puzzles, learning a new skill, playing an instrument, or engaging in thought-provoking conversations are powerful tools for brain longevity. Additionally, social engagement plays a crucial role in mental health. Conversations stimulate the brain, encourage emotional expression, and keep individuals connected to the world around them. Even something as simple as debating a topic, discussing a book, or playing a strategic board game can create new neural pathways and protect the brain from cognitive aging. For those who want to live longer and remain mentally sharp, lifelong learning is not an option, it is a necessity. An active mind does not just add years to life, it adds life to years. 7. Excessive masturbation, the hidden drain on vitality. A topic often shrouded in taboo and misunderstanding, excessive masturbation is an overlooked factor that can negatively impact physical, mental, and emotional health, particularly in old age. While sexual activity, including self-pleasure, is natural and can offer health benefits in moderation, compulsive or excessive masturbation can lead to serious imbalances in the body's energy levels, hormone regulation, and emotional well-being. For many, excessive masturbation is not just a habit, it is a coping mechanism used to escape feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or boredom. However, when it becomes a compulsive behavior, it can lead to hormonal imbalances, physical exhaustion, and even social withdrawal. One of the most significant consequences of excessive self-stimulation is the depletion of dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. Over time, the brain requires more stimulation to experience the same level of satisfaction, creating a cycle of dependence that can reduce motivation, diminish emotional resilience, and contribute to feelings of emptiness or depression. Physically, overindulgence can weaken the nervous system, drain essential energy reserves, and disrupt the body's ability to recover and rejuvenate. In older adults, when the body is already working harder to maintain vitality and balance, excessive sexual release can contribute to fatigue, reduced testosterone levels, and an overall decline in strength and motivation. Regaining control and restoring balance. The solution is not about complete abstinence, but about achieving a healthy balance. Engaging in fulfilling activities, nurturing social relationships, and channeling energy into hobbies and self-improvement can help redirect focus and reduce reliance on compulsive behaviors. Meditation, mindfulness, and physical exercise can also be powerful tools in breaking free from overindulgence, promoting a healthier relationship with both the body and the mind. For those struggling with compulsive habits, seeking professional guidance or therapy can offer valuable insight into underlying emotional triggers and provide effective strategies for self-regulation. Breaking free from excessive habits is more than just self-discipline. It is a commitment to preserving vitality, emotional stability, and long-term well-being. When the body is respected and energy is preserved wisely, it becomes easier to maintain strength, confidence, and a fulfilling life well into old age. The key to longevity, a holistic approach. A long and fulfilling life is not determined by a single factor, but by the sum of daily habits, choices, and perspectives. Poor sleep, mental stagnation, and excessive behaviors may seem unrelated, but they all contribute to the gradual decline of the body and mind. The most powerful secret to longevity is balance. Balancing rest and activity, solitude and socialization, indulgence and discipline, learning and relaxation. When these elements are aligned and nurtured, the body thrives, the mind remains sharp, and life becomes richer, more meaningful, and filled with genuine vitality. Aging is not about surrendering to decline. It is about mastering the art of living well. So, after everything we've covered today, I have one question for you. What was your biggest takeaway? We've talked about the silent killers that shorten life, neglecting emotional health, leading a sedentary lifestyle, poor nutrition, losing purpose, bad sleep habits, and more. But knowledge alone isn't enough. The real key to longevity is action. Now, I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me. Backhand index pointing right, what's one thing you've learned from this video that you will start practicing in your life? Maybe you'll start moving more, improving your diet, or reconnecting with loved ones. Whatever it is, share it in the comments. I read every single one. If this video helped you or made you think differently about your health, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to white heavy check mark like this video to let me know you found it valuable. White heavy check mark share it with a friend or loved one who needs to hear this. White heavy check mark subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an important topic on aging, health, and longevity. Thank you for watching, and remember, your best years are still ahead of you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Waving hands, smiling face with smiling eyes.